Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a live episode of Dodgers Territory presented by Fox One. We are so thankful. I have to say, Clint, yes, the whole thing, like our normal script. Rate us 5 stars. Like, subscribe.
Now, screw all that. What did we just see? What was that?
Was a panic move by somebody that should have thrown to first to get the third out of the inning and panicked and threw home, and it was not a good throw. It was not a good decision. It was not a good play. And based on that, the Phillies lose and the Los Angeles Dodgers are moving on to the championship series. What up, everybody? Alanna, Rizzo, Clint, Pasillas, get your thoughts in the chat. Let's freaking go.
Do we even, I mean, by definition, this is a walk-off. Do we call it a walk-off?
I don't care how you have to do it. I don't care. I don't care if it's a walk-off, if it's a walk-off, if it's a guy throwing to home when he should have thrown to first off. Cheers.
Cheers to everybody.
The fact of the matter is the Los Angeles Dodgers have won this series, which I thought they were going to do anyway. Not in this fashion. I thought they were going to win yesterday. Whatever.
Yeah.
But here we are. My goodness.
We got the chat going off. 4Seater777 says most stressful series ever. There's still more baseball to be played. 8 more wins the Dodgers need. Katie, who was in the chat yesterday, said thank God and happy birthday to Katie. It is her birthday today, if I remember correctly from what she said yesterday. Steven says a win is a win, and that's what I'm looking at. This is a hard-fought baseball game. The Dodgers battled. Nobody wanted to win this game. It felt like the baseball season. Nobody wanted to win this. The Dodgers survived. The Dodgers absolutely survived. Let's get the comments going here. Holy crap. Interviewing Andy Paez as if he did anything.
No, that's the thing though. Like, this is what's so stressful about these situations is like everybody thinks that it's so easy with these guys. I mean, these are professional baseball. I mean, at the top of their game at every single level. Orion Kerkering has had some massive outs, some massive innings in his career, and he just panicked. Yeah. And again, like, I'm a Dodger fan. I wanted the Dodgers to advance, but your heart kind of has to go out to him, right? The moment is so big and the pressure is so large that you're just thinking, like, in any other moment, he knew he should have just thrown to first to get the final out of the inning. Instead, he panicked and he threw home, and it was a bad throw, and here we have it. Instead of going to first, he tried throwing home. The ball went to the backstop. The Dodgers walk it off in the 11th. That's by Jack Harris. We love Jack. And the Dodgers, too, and the Phillies, whatever. I feel badly for him. From a personal perspective.
Yeah, I feel terrible for the kid.
No, listen, honestly, like it's a horrible feeling. Like, he's not going to ever, especially in Philly. Good God, someone get security for this kid. But like, that's the stress of the situation and the magnitude of the situation. And I don't care how it was done. The Dodgers are moving on. There it is. They're going to the CS.
All the way. I got a button somewhere for that one right here. We're gonna go ahead and mash that applause button. Dodgers move on. Well, listen, like you said yesterday you were hoping for the sweep. You had sweep on your ledger. Didn't turn out that way.
I did. I totally did.
But the important thing is they win. They don't have to go home. They don't have to go back to Philly. That was
they don't have to go anywhere.
It's the same thing. Well, they wait until they figure out who wins. I guess we won't know where they're going next, if they're staying home or going to Milwaukee, because that game is going on right now. The Cubs have a 3-0 advantage last we looked over the Milwaukee Brewers. But, yeah, I mean, listen, I talk a lot. I have a lot of words. Some of them are the best words. I don't know what the hell to say about this game. This was a weird game. Remember when Tyler Glasnow started 15 years ago?
That's the thing. Let's start from the beginning, right? Let's go back. Okay, so the Dodgers win, we get it, but let's take us through this game. So Tyler Glasnow versus Christopher Sanchez. By the way, Christopher Sanchez was gold, and Tyler Glasnow pitched an unbelievable game. 6 scoreless for both of them, right? Glasnow goes 6 scoreless. Sanchez goes 6 scoreless.
And then if he doesn't go for that 7th, yeah.
No, I know. I mean, Duran in for the 8th. I mean, like, okay, the whole Johan Duran experiment, which is fine. It's like he's a great closer. I wish we could have gotten him. It was weird having him come out of the bullpen when it was actually daylight. That's weird. And also having him come out of the bullpen when it was like not all that stupid fanfare, even when they're losing and he comes out to that garbage. But it was a good pitching duel, and Glasnow did his job, and Sanchez did his job, and then Johan Duran did his job. This was a very well pitched game. I mean, It was just a game that you're like, oh my goodness, is it going to be obviously the home team because they have the last opportunity offensively? You don't expect a mental faux pas that just happened to happen at this level, but that's the pressure and the stress of what goes on in this game.
In a way, it balances the ledger. Obviously, the Phillies score because Emmett Sheehan, muffs his PFPs, and that's eventually how the Phillies score their first run in the 7th inning. You could have the argument maybe Glasnow should have been out there for that 7th inning. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Dodgers win. Suck it, losers. But gave up. I mean, I think it was an earned run, but gave up a freebie there, and Dodgers get a freebie to end the game. So I look at this as a 1-0 victory for the Los Angeles Dodgers. A few guys you really got to call out in this game. Some really, really good clutch ABs for Mookie Betts. You have to shout out Kike Hernandez for that 11th inning at bat. By the way, that was massive. Yep. Keektober lives in all shapes and sizes and forms. But how about I'm calling this dude my player of the game. Maybe it's getting a little ahead of ourselves. But how about Roki effing Sasaki? 9 up, 9 down for Sasaki-san in his 4th, 5th ever relief appearance. 3 perfect innings. 3 perfect innings.
3 perfect innings of relief from Roki Sasaki, 9 up, 9 down on 36 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Still hard to believe the level he has reached after the way his season started. Again, he was sent to the moon. Witness protection. We don't know what he was doing. Maybe he's an android. Now Jesus Luzardo, who would have been Phillies Game 5 starter, is in the game. And now Jesus Luzardo and the rest of the Phillies are on vacation.
Cancun.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, everyone's going to Cancun.
Yeah, going to Cancun.
Yeah, this was insane. I did not expect this game to go this way. I had a good feeling, and I told you guys this while we were waiting for the game to end. I said, this is the Dodgers game. Like, we're going to win. Did I expect it in this form? No, but that's okay. Like, wow. Yay, us.
There's a lot to break down from this game. We're probably not going to do it today. This is probably going to be more reactionary celebrations, getting in with the chat and everything. Because I had just a stream of thoughts and notes going on through this game, like the fact that the Dodgers are 4-0 in games that Ben Rortvedt starts. Now they are 1-1 in games that Will Smith starts. I had said either yesterday here or maybe it was on my post game on All Dodgers that somebody had pointed out, I think it was Nicole Taylor on here, had pointed out that the Dodgers always win when I go camping. So I was like, well, shit, am I going to have to go camping on Saturday just to ensure that they win
Aren't you going camping anyway because your birthday's coming up? Or is that next week?
No, I'm not going camping for my birthday. Partying.
Oh, no, you're hosting a party for your birthday.
Right. At one point, I wrote on the rundown, I miss Michael Conforto with some of this really shitty at-bats we were seeing. Overall, very good baseball series. It does suck to see this series. This was the matchup everybody wanted to see. This is the matchup you really wish was a 7-game series, because for it to end that way, I mean, I have a fine enough taste in my mouth. Maybe it's the whiskey, maybe it's the bullpen juice, as I like to call it. But for the Phillies, for their fans, for baseball fans tuning in, that's just a really sucky way to lose it or end a series.
It's not. It's great. It's not.
What the hell are you eating, by the way? This is.
I'm eating. Listen.
I see you in my peripheral. I'm like, what the? Is this lady eating during?
I don't care what. Yeah, and I don't care because you know what? I'm a billion years old and I give no Fs. I love the Dodgers. I'm a fan. I can do whatever I want. I can do what I want.
Hey guys, if you give no Fs, hit that thumbs up button. If you like your Dodgers advancing, hit that thumbs up button.
It doesn't matter. This is not a crappy way to win. No, And you know how hard it is, Clint Pasillas, to win a postseason game? You know how hard it is to get through 162 and win the division, and then to get home field, which I know we don't have, and to win, and to be able to do all of the things that it takes to get to the World Series. You'll take it any way you can get it. And if it was because of a brain fart or a mistake, you will take it. You'll take it. I don't care, because every level beyond this is even harder than what we just accomplished. So you know what? And I like the Phillies. I have a ton of respect for the Phillies. I love the dudes on that team. I like Rob Thompson a lot. And I feel badly for them, but not to the point where I want them to beat the Dodgers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not going to lose any sleep over the way the Dodgers won tonight. By the way, great stuff here from Sarah Lang's 11th postseason walk-off win for the Dodgers, 3rd to clinch a round, joining Chris Taylor, 2021, and way back when, 78, Bill Russell.
Bill Russell, from the Boston Celtics? That's weird.
You worked for this organization way too long to have that joke. Hey, we're going to give a shout out here, by the way. Justin, 4 a.m. in France. He's hanging out with us. We appreciate Justin hanging out with us. That is pretty cool. Yo-Yo Dog says Sasaki was clutch. Yo-Yo Dog says Vesia was clutch. The bullpen dogs. Riz, we entered the series, and I do want to shortly talk more about Tyler Glasnow, maybe even in our DraftKings player spotlight. But the bullpen dogs, they've found some things. Obviously, Kershaw's not a part of them bullpen dogs. They had a very good series.
They did.
Yeah, Bonda,
they did. And again,
Vesia,
yesterday, by the way, I had a little bit of time to reflect and contemplate on this whole thing of like Kershaw, let's send him to the moon, and what the hell, and oh my God, he shouldn't have come out for the second inning. Yes, okay, perhaps. But there's also another side of that coin now that we know. We've gotten a little bit more information about Tanner Scott having a lower body incision abscess situation. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is, but that's why he wasn't available. I'm not going to speculate. It's not my place. It's not my concern. I don't care. I just want him to be all right. But think about this for a hot second. Maybe Kershaw, okay, he didn't have his best stuff, but maybe Kershaw just came out knowing the situation way before we did, and is just going to come out and wear it. Obviously, he would have loved to have shut everybody down and not given up any runs, not given up any hits. But maybe he's like, you know what? This is my role at the moment based on what's happening with the rest of my teammates. And I'm going to come out here and I'm going to wear it. And I'm going to eat up some innings, albeit 2. You guys, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that we know nothing about. So all they needed to do was move on, and they've done that. So now you completely reset and you get ready for either the Brewers or the Cubs, and you go from there. Like, I understand, like, everyone wants to look at the massive picture, but you also have to look at, like, all right, we won the wild card, which we have not been in a long time. Okay. We're not used to that. We won the wild card. We go to the DS. We win the DS in 4. I thought it was going to be a sweep. I was wrong. We win the DS in 4. Now we get ready for the Brewers or the Cubs. And that's it. What is it? 8 more wins?
8 more wins.
More wins, right? That's like the microcosm. And now you look at it from a microeconomic way.
This was also somewhat of the script last year. You know, Dodgers are on the verge of sweeping, and then just some sort of weird shit happens and you end up with the gentleman's sweep. It's part of the script, baby. That's what I'm going for. Dodgers had to lose this game so they could keep winning the war. The same reason we ended up talking to Dave last year, or sorry, at the start of this year, just before they headed off to Japan, about like, you know, what's going on here? How come you did this move or whatever? It's like, it's not always about this play, this moment, this day. Sometimes it is about the bigger picture. It is about the war, winning the war.
Usually about the bigger picture.
Yeah.
We have we're not privy to.
Yeah. So we appreciate everybody hanging out with us so far. We do have super chats. We have more chat to get into. We'll find out more about this game. But first, I do want to talk about Tyler Glasnow, and we're going to do that as part of our DraftKings Player Spotlight. Alanna.
All right, and there it is.
I might owe Tyler Glasnow an apology. Maybe? I don't know if it's...
You basically owe 22 of the 26 people on the team an apology.
Based on what?
Just because you're always shitting on everybody. You're just
I'm
sending that dude to the moon. All right, so why do you owe Tyler? You're like, oh, Tyler Glasnow has like a hangnail and he's out for 6 months. Tyler Glasnow has a hair out of place and he's out for 6 months. I didn't like Oppenheimer, so I'm going to send Tyler Glasnow to the moon. All right,
I'm not a big Cillian Murphy guy. Well, the fact is, this was his first playoff start as a Los Angeles Dodger. 6 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 8 punchies, only 83 pitches. Probably could have gone into that 7th. He was exceptional in this game. I do have a tweet I wanted to plug in somewhere. I don't remember where I put it. I'll throw this up for funsies. Okay, I don't have the button for it because I changed some things around. He, as the number 4 starter for this team, you cannot ask for much more than what you got out of Glasnow. There's more haters. There are more haters than just I when it comes to Tyler Glasnow.
Why do you think that is, though? I mean, I understand the contract. Okay, with big. What's the saying? Like, with big gifts come big expectations, or whatever it is. And I understand that he got a massive contract, but there's a reason. Don't think that people are just handing out, even though the Dodgers have a ton of money. People don't get these massive contracts just on a whim. They're not massive bazillionaires because they are flippant with the money. They're not bazillionaires because they just give it to whomever for whatever. I mean, there's a reason Tyler Glasnow got the contract that he had. Okay, I understand that there's an injury-prone thought behind it, but there's a reason that they felt that they had the faith in him. And again, coming out of the pen early in this series, he was able to do what he needed to do. I mean, 6 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 8 Ks on 83 pitches. That's pretty damn efficient. Pretty damn good. Yeah. I did not expect to see Emmett Sheehan in this game. I didn't.
I had a hunch that he might enter just because of the state of the bullpen, but more keeping this to Glass, like he was exceptional. He gave this team what they need. He kept the team in the game when Christopher Sanchez was shoving right alongside him, a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel. But you said there's a reason people give pitchers big-time money, big-time contracts. It's not to pitch and win in the regular season. It's to pitch and win in the postseason. He wasn't able to do that last year. He was not there. Right. So now he was there, and now his first opportunity, a potential clinching game, he wins it. I don't know.
What, Roy, I apologize, Clint. I love you. Shut up for a second. Roy Estrada in our chat had a great point. He's like, sometimes you have to stop thinking about the past. Like, you can't worry about what he's done in the past. You have to think about what he's done right now and in the future. And he's not wrong. So Mark Wiener, our boss and producer and director and whatever, there's no MVP in the LDS, but if there were an MVP in the division series, because the MVPs don't start until the championship series and obviously the World Series, a la Corey Seager, would it be Roki? Like, who's your MVP of the DS? Obviously, wild card, whatever. That was like practice. But in the DS, is it Roki? Is it somebody else? That's a good question. Mark did have a good point.
Mark's pretty good at what he does. I mean, he pitched in three of the 4 games, all of those being wins. He saved them big time in game 2 when it seemed like the Phillies were going to come back and beat them when Blake Trinan had nothing, no gas in the tank, no command. Roki, honestly, is the MVP of this DS. It's not for real because they don't anoint that, but yeah. Not an MVP, but a valuable player is Tyler Glasnow. So I don't know that I owe him an apology because all I did was issue a challenge, and the challenge was met. And you know what? I will happily. I don't know if it's even eating crow, but good job, Tyler. That's all I'm going to say. And we're going to tell you more here about DraftKings. You're going to hear more from us right now. Check this out.
Football is back, and so is your shot at big wins with DraftKings Pick 6, the official daily fantasy partner of the NFL. Your game day instincts can score you real money fast. Here's the play.
Just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats, from breakout rookies to elite QBs, and unlock the upside every snap brings. The better your calls, the bigger your payout.
This season, play your player instincts. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now. Use code FOUL, that's FOUL. Pay just $5 to get $50 in Pick 6 bonus picks picks. Make the call, ride the upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
All right, guys, welcome back to Dodgers territory. We are super psyched that you are here. We are presented by Fox One, which is so awesome. Thanks, Fox One, for being a presenting sponsor for us throughout the postseason. It's awesome. Check out the link in our description for more information. Let's talk a couple of things about. I know we won, but do we care about a 3 p.m. start in Los Angeles? Again, any team that has to deal, Clint, with the shadows is going to complain about this, and I get it. I just think the Dodgers and the fans, and arguably us that are spoiled, are not used to the Dodgers having to play in the shadows. But it is a pain in the butt. If you were typically in the Central, in the AL Central, typically you're constantly dealing with this stuff. Like look at the Tigers and Guardians early on. Your thought about that? I had people texting me like, "There's nobody in the stands." I'm like, "Well, it's also 3 p.m. in LA, and they'll get there in the fourth." People don't get it. People don't understand. If you don't live in LA, because again, and I was one of those people that I'm not from Los Angeles, and I was like, "What the hell? Where are these people?" And then I moved to Los Angeles, and I was like, "Oh, I get it, right?" And now I will defend LA till my dying breath. Like, that's a weird start time. The traffic is brutal, but more importantly, as far as the game is concerned, the shadows, OMG.
I mean, if you had to take a shot every time a national broadcast brought up the shadows,
they don't get it, though.
You would be in the hospital. You would be in the hospital. But more so, I don't like a 3 p.m. start in LA. It's just that simple. I think it's a bad call. And the fact that I think they decided to do that because of the football game or something like that. My Eagles are about to play or are playing right now. I don't care about the Eagles right now. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't care about the Eagles right now. When we're done, I'll care about the Eagles. And
how about oh my God, I cannot believe we didn't make a bet, Broncos and Eagles. Holy moly, I can't believe we didn't.
We're not Big Ten football guys, We're here to lock it in for the postseason.
We took down your undefeated season, bitches. All right, let's talk about this for a hot second. Okay, so there is no Game 5. That's amazing.
There is not.
That's a really good thing. All right, so what is the biggest thing that you are most impressed by? And regardless of who they face next, Clint Pasillas, whether it is the Brewers or whether it is the Cubs, what is the biggest concern you have going into the championship series?
State of the offense. I mean, bats are cold. They're just, there's not a lot of cohesion up and down the lineup, and it hasn't always been like that. Obviously, the first 2 games rode Teo. Honestly, the first 4 games of this postseason, they rode a hot bat of Teoscar Hernandez, but you're not seeing a lot out of Shohei. You're not really seeing anything out of Andy Pages. Muncy has had his struggles. Will has kind of had some struggles, even though he had a nice, he had a big 2-run single in this series. But that's the big thing right now. I think we knew the Phillies had an incredible pitching staff. We saw it in this series that they had an incredible pitching staff. But I need to see the bats wake up. You need to see the bats wake up early and often, especially the way like the Cubs, when they're winning. We talked about it before we went live. They score early. You can't give the other team momentum. And Milwaukee, Dodgers didn't play Milwaukee that great this season. So, if I remember correctly. So I need to see the bats wake up. What about you? What's kind of your pulse of the team after the NLDS?
Yeah, my concern is not the bats. My concern is more of, again, the starters doing what they need to do. Continuing to do what they've done already, right? I mean, I think it's just going to get harder. I think the longer a series goes, the more the bullpen gets exposed. And obviously the championship series and the World Series are 7 games. So that the longer it goes, the more that's problematic. So you need your starters to continue to do what they're doing. and go as deep as they can so you can set up your bullpen great. And you also need, like to your point, the offense to wake up and provide enough run support so everybody doesn't have to be perfect. Everyone doesn't have to be fine, But I'm excited. Whoever we face, I have no doubt that this team can beat either of those teams and get to the World Series.
Blake Snell, your game 1 starter either way?
Yeah, 100%.
Don't fix what ain't broke.
No, I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you start Snell?
It's worked for the boys thus far. Getting into some of the super chats, our first one of the night was ADK $1.99. Thank you very much. Saying exactly as Doc planned it. This whole game, everything to a T is exactly how they had it scripted out. Of course, Grayson, kind of in that conversation of what we were just saying here, was it bad offense or good pitching from Philly? Seems like a combo of both. Yeah, hats off to the Philadelphia Phillies. There's a reason we had concerns about this team, about facing this team. They have very good pitching. This is arguably, I think, the best pitching the Dodgers are going to face moving forward in the postseason, which makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, I just think that you continue the course, right? Like the Dodgers have been there, done that. And that's why, again, not that we're talking about the American League, that's why I trust the National League more than I do the American League. Mariners have not been there in ever. Detroit hasn't been there in forever. I feel like if you can continue to do what you're doing, you'll get past either the Brewers or the Cubs. And I said this a couple days ago on Mason and Ireland when they said, what's the team that scares you the most? I said, us. It's the Dodgers bullpen that scares me the most. It's not anybody else. It's not anybody else. And if we can continue to do what we can in terms of strength of starting staff, we'll be fine.
More into the super chats. $4.99 from our friend Richie. Says super chat from Top Deck. Mrs. Richie is in tears, happy to be stuck in the Dodger Stadium parking lot. He's never happy to be in that Dodger Stadium parking lot. I guess you are when it is a walk-off win for your boys in blue to advance to the National League Championship Series. Francisco says Dodgers win and Yankees lose. What are you doing with your camera now? Where are you going?
I know. Sorry, guys. I know. I can't sit still.
Your ADHD is all over the place right now. Proud of you.
It's out of control. I apologize.
Gabriel with the that's all she wrote. Game over. Where are we at? Dodgers walk it off, baby. 5 down, 8 to go. That's our most important thing right there. 8 to go.
Yep. It wasn't even like really a walk-off. It was like let me just throw to the wrong base off.
Again, we'll say it. I think actually, Brian has a chat, but I want to make sure this guy feels good about himself. Pocket Rude Boy says, "Thank you, Riz. Clint talks too much shit about his team. Too much for a giant lard ass. Hey, your mom likes it. Your mom likes it.
First of all, that's not nice on his part. We're not.
Well, I did just insinuate that I was, having intercourse with his mother. So we are now even.
Kind of deserve. Oh, okay. Moving on.
We'll move on. Brian, see, I could have also just not read the super chat, but I wanted to mess with the troll. We appreciate Pocket Rude Boy hanging out with us. Feel horrible for Kerkering. Hats off to the coaching staff pulling him aside. I did like that. I don't know if you saw that when he was walking off the field. I think it was Rob Thompson. Like he was dejected. He had his head down. He was trying to go hide in that dugout and get away. And whichever coach it was pulled him in and was like, dude, like. Shit happens.
That's a like he panicked.
Yeah,
he's doing the best he can for his team, and nobody wants to win more than the guys on the field, right? The guys that are in it. And he just panicked. He tried to do the best he could. He overthrew it, and he should have just gone to first, and he didn't. And it's okay. It was a mental F up. It is what it is. I mean, I feel badly for him. I'm glad the Dodgers won, but I do feel badly for him.
Learning experience. That's what we're going with. 80 says a win is a win. Let's go Dodgers. $2 super chat. Thank you very much there. Emar says Rocktober is here to stay. Roki, we talked about that kid being the secret weapon for this team. It's a dumb question, but better than you anticipated?
In terms of what?
Well, I mean, the expectations were on the floor when it came to Roki Sasaki coming back.
Better than expectations of Roki? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think Roki was going to make the postseason roster because I didn't know what his role was or where he was or what pitches he had or if he was still in the country or if they trade. turned him into an android. I didn't know what happened to him. So yes, I absolutely surpassed my expectations for Roki. 1,000%.
We got some love again from Caesar saying, hello, I'm telling you, Alanna, best analyst in the MLB. You were correct. We won. That you did, Alanna. Just don't have her call the game for you when she's 4 or 5 pitches ahead.
Play-by-play is terrible. It's terrible. And I'm like, and that's it. And it was basically like a strikeout. Or a pop out to left.
Tough. Hey, it wouldn't be a stream if Richie wasn't asking us to go to the DeVore Man Cave to have a watch party with Alanna. We appreciate Richie in there. MH Dodger for Life 1999 says we won. Thank goodness. But batters and what? Some better decisions
need to be changed on the roster. Have another cocktail, MH Dodger for Life.
Hey, sometimes typing is hard, but we appreciate the super chat. Kenyatta with the love for the bullpen.
Savage, I love it. The bullpen held serve. Yes, savage.
Yeah, bullpen had a hell of an effort from the bullpen, because that was the thing we were most frightened about heading into this series. For Philly fans, it wasn't for if it wasn't for that Emmett Sheehan error, it would have been a 1-0 victory in regular innings. It's not how you say it, but that's just baseball, to borrow from Manny Machado there. What else we got here? $4.99 from Francisco. I went in walking away in disappointment and losing my mind in a matter of seconds. It wasn't pretty, but a win is a win. 8 more. Let's go Dodgers.
Crazy to think 8 more, you guys. That's it. 8. I know it's a tall task. I'm not suggesting it's easy, but 8. If you can micromanage it that way and just look at it in that sense, just 8 more. That's it. Focus on. I know it's cliche, but one game at a time.
One game at a time. Stay within yourself. Try not to do too much. $2 from 80, saying it seems other teams know how to tame Shohei now.
Shohei's been pretty quiet.
Yeah,
he's been pretty quiet.
Well, definitely.
But, we're not where we are without Shohei. We're not where we in the position we're in without him. But he's been very quiet in the postseason for sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely have more conversation about that. I'm assuming we will probably. I don't know when we're going to be live next. We got to figure that one out. So pay attention to our socials to know if we're doing a pregame or whatever on Monday, because that is the next time the Dodgers play. Nick with the $1.99 super chat asking if my stance on Glasnow changed after today. Yes, we talked about that earlier in the show. I'll talk more about it. I am jumping over to all Dodgers for the post game after this, but he stepped up. He had a big boy moment in a Dodger uniform, and I'm proud of Tyler Glasnow for doing it. He absolutely stepped up. We will end on this one. Dirty Don, $1.99. The bullpen back? I kind of think the bullpen's back. Get that dog in them again.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not massively comfortable in them, but again, if the starters can be lined up the way they're supposed to, and the bullpen can be an accoutrement, an aside, if you will, a nice compliment, then we'll be fine. You can't rely on the bullpen. That's not.
You can't win ball games. You can't win a postseason without a decent enough bullpen. 300 GJW wants to see a left-handed bat come off the bench. I'm about to boot you for mentioning Conforto on this stream.
All of a sudden, 300 GJW wants Conforto. Wow.
Well, there is something we got to keep an eye on. Kike Hernandez, who did look like he tweaked something in that final at bat that ultimately resulted in a walk, but it's Kike. It's October.
Kike will be there without a leg. He's in there. There's no way Kike is not on the CS roster.
That's about it. Dodgers win. Dodgers advance. I feel good. Player of the game for me. Player of the series is Roki Sasaki. Hats off to Orion Kerkering for being a Dodger fan and helping us get to advance in the postseason. Why don't you tell people where to go buy stuff from us?
I will. DodgersTerritoryShop.com. It is open. It is live. We appreciate you guys very much. Support us. It helps the show. It helps us. You can scan the QR code that you see on your screen if you're watching us on YouTube, or you can just go to DodgersTerritoryShop.com for more information. And that helps us a lot. It really does. What also helps us is by liking us, subscribing, rating us 5 stars, all the things. And so we're off tomorrow. And then when's game 1 of the CS?
Monday.
All right, so we'll be live on Monday.
So at some point, either post-game, maybe pre-game, maybe both. We don't know, but we will see you guys then.
See you on Monday.
Go Dodgers. Bye.